No, I don't go. No, I'm not gonna come back live until September, because I have to have surgery. So I just want to hold off until I do my MRI, which is next Friday, and then the week after that, on I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, I have to do an ultrasound, and then at the end of the month, I have to see my GI surgeon. So because they're planning on operating on me and having surgery again, and this time around is to take out all the scar tissue that's inside of me and stuff, and like they have to do some work. So yeah.
Well, Rick, you know what they're doing with
They're
the
getting my DNA. That's what it is. They're harvesting me because every time they have these surgeries, like let me tell you, every fucking day they come and take my blood, and they will just take my blood and take my blood, and I'm like how does it change from day to day? Your blood, like they just keep, because every day I was in the hospital for a week, and the lobotomist will be every morning will come to take blood from me and to test my blood and do all this and that. It's like, but like you have to do that every day. Like, like how does that change from? Is it change from hour to hour or minute to minute, second to second? I don't understand because they would come, and the thing is, they would come 2 times a day to take out my fucking blood. I'm like, you guys are like fucking like vampires,
vampires.
mosquito.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? What do you think? All of a sudden, they have all these like hereditary, like you know, like what do you call it? I can't remember. They have like basically DNA test. But like, oh, where do you come from? What's your real heritage?
Mm,
What's your real nationality? I can't. I don't know why. It's on the tip of my tongue, man. But all the commercials and shit, and they have all those like different things you could sign up for, and they help you find out like your ancestry and shit. That ain't to
yeah,
help nobody. That ain't to help nobody, Rick.
no.
That's just to get information, yo. And
Mm,
like back to the frequencies, like they have weapons now, man, that are sonic weapons. And so, like, if like you're talking about, like they bum rush a bunch of people, they don't even have to worry about taking care of people individually. They just pull out a fucking sonic gun and blast the fucking atmosphere. And all of a sudden, people are feeling faint and throwing up and fucking going
mm-hmm,
blind and shit.
mm-hmm.
Like their heart fucking starts beating out of control.
And
It's wild.
the things nowadays, everyone has a Wi-Fi box in their home, for wireless. So you don't think that from that they could zap you and make you fucking sick and make you fucking, have your insides go against you, like with cancer and shit. Like, I don't know. I don't trust the wireless. I never did and I never will. It's fucking magical. I could talk to anybody in the fucking world with a fucking, it's a fucking glass box here with no wires attached to it. That's fucking creeping me the fuck out every fucking day.
You ever, yeah, you ever think about that, yo? Like it seems so mundane, but like,
Like,
how does Wi-Fi really fucking work?
no, they don't
Like, what's actually happening? Like,
man.
how are all these signals being bounced everywhere? And just like I'm talking to you right now in another state, and like I can see you, you can see me, and it's like how? Like because it's just picking up the vibrations of our voice, and somehow it doesn't really make sense if you think about it. And I've looked into like how Wi-Fi came about and all that, and I've looked at the explanations, but it's like it sounds fucking like spiritual. It sounds, and I know it is to some degree. I mean, I understand like the Tesla coil and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it, it's pretty trippy. It is. It's pretty trippy to think about. Like, I'm glad we have it though. And then there's another one. Tesla tried to free the world. Our entire modern society is based on all of his 900 patents he had, literally. Talk about genius, man. Einstein was a joke compared to Tesla. Like, and then they find him,
I
like,
just think Albert Einstein's another one that I don't trust.
no.
He's part of the first letter C and it ends with an A. You can find the letter.
Mm,
It goes
mm-hmm.
because like he worked in a patent office. I'm like,
Bro,
oh,
he stole his ideas from a girl, actually. There was a girl who was actually coming up with a lot of that stuff, man. Like, he was a plagiarist, for real. There's like documented evidence of it. He stole his ideas from other people, just like Edison.
yeah,
Like, it, yeah. But you talk about that, they're like, what? You know, and it sounds crazy until you look into it. And it, yeah, man. It, they can't allow anything original to exist without them having their hands on it. Nothing. Nothing. Art, music, you know, like anything that is for the uplift of humanity, nah,
dude.
nah. That has to stay in the shadows, bro.
Like I'm having a message conversation with someone through text, and that freaks me out.
And you're talking to me at the same time.
And I'm talking to you, and then
And we're all in different places.
and it's like it's just because my laptop is wireless too, so
And
it's
then I could go to participants and click, you know, 10 more people, and then they'd be here too. Just like that.
mm,
Click.
yeah,
But
man. It's just the energy, man, and it's like it's
you,
just weird.
but
Like
you know what though, man?
Tesla, because all right, Tesla wanted free energy for everyone. That was the problem. That's where
Mm-hmm.
he fucked up. It's like he wanted this free energy. There's a way of doing it and doesn't harm the like people and stuff like that. And like you get free energy from the sun. Like
Yeah.
why are we
That.
still using like fossil fuel, which is bullshit.
Yes. What is fossil fuel, bro? It's a dead thing. The
they
whole
just
fucking
found
culture is
they
based
just
on gas.
they just found a huge femur of a dinosaur, and it wasn't that far into the ground. And so, what fossils are you talking about? Because if like that femur is there and that's from a dinosaur, what is the fossils that we're going after? Then it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
They're
dinosaur.
still finding and they're still finding bones and stuff. I'm like,
You know what?
it's crazy.
It's just like with evolution, man. They try to say they find all these like older human races and shit, and then you find out like there's all these scandals within the community. They make it sound like evolution is like the gospel, but then you look into it, dude, and they've taken like animal bones and shit and mixed them with human bones, and they're like, oh yeah, that's our ancestor. It's like, nah, man. See, none of this shit makes sense until you realize that it's not really technology in the way that you think. The reason why all of this is possible is because everything is energy. It's just tapping into the frequency, and everything is mental. So if the intention and the energy and the effort is put there, then anything is possible. There really is no time and space. So technically, right now, what's really going on is your and I energy are communicating with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Our body is just a reflection of the soul.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like until you understand that it is spiritual and it's just a utilization and understanding of that spiritual energy,
Mm-hmm.
then Wi-Fi and all that makes sense. But if you look at it,
how I see it is like vibration. Because as I'm hearing you, it's an invisible thing, but your vibration and your sound is coming to me, and that's getting into my system, and it goes to my heart, it goes to parts of my organs that is picking what you're saying up, and my brain is also, at the same time breaking it down. And it's that's why I don't like watch too many YouTube channels or like watch other sidekicks or any of that shit. No, because it's like I don't want that frequency hitting me. You know what I mean? I like to choose something different so I don't get my energy, in a bind or like fucked up. I just want to be, don't fuck with the energy and keep it peaceful and keep it cool. And not only that, but when you talk to each other and like you hear me, I hear you, that's vibrations that's coming towards us. And that doesn't only come into our ears, it comes in through everywhere in your body. You hear throughout your whole body. Your whole body is like the nerve system. It picks up from sound, and I could tell you something and break your heart, and then I could tell you something else that will fucking have you loving me.
Yeah.
So
and really, words and communication and language is just a way to coherently, mundanely express that vibration. Because these words are it's just like that's why our ancestors had hieroglyphics and like cave paintings and shit. Like they didn't need language is crap,
man. Because
like,
you hear it. Yeah, because when you read a book silently, right? You're hearing those words in your head.
Yes.
So when you see hieroglyphs, you're reading it and it's getting into your head. So
yes.
That's why they don't let so many people see all the hieroglyphs and see all the ancient like history. No, they just want you to follow another narrative over on that side while they keep doing shit on this side.
They give you a book and they say that's it.
Yeah.
That's why our ancestors were in touch with nature and with the goddess, you know what I'm saying? Like my ancestry goes back to the Etruscans, man. And if you look into the Etruscans, they were the native indigenous people of Italy that were destroyed by the Romans. And they have megaliths going back, to the fucking pyramids, dude. There's there's places, there's caves that, what's it called? Gozo. Gozo. Look that shit up, dude, for real. It's wild, man. It goes back at least 7,000 years. And there's all these megaliths. And this is another thing, Rick. And everything is so evolving so damn much. And how come the further back in time you go, the more advanced shit is?
Right.
Why is it that all these cultures start at the top and go down? Whether it's Egypt or Samaria or Italy or whatever, man. And it's just like with the Taínos. It's the same fucking thing, dude. Like there's symbols in the Etruscan caves that are in Puerto Rico. What does that tell you? Everybody was communicating, man. Like that's the reality. They try to make it look like everybody was separate.
Nah.
And they make it look like, oh, everybody who is in America now, created what's in America. Like there's shit in America that's thousands of years old too that people don't know about. There's a really good book written about it. Actually, it has all the archaeological evidence, science. It's all backed up. It's not just some theory. And it's like they make people think like, oh, well, the people in Iran are the same people that were in Iran. The people in Egypt were the same people that were in Egypt. Like, no, dude. They had land bridges. All these cultures were communicating. That's why they all have the same fucking stories, no matter where you go. Like, it's either that, it is that, or then you got to get into Atlantis. And to me, Atlantis is a fact. Like, nothing can convince me otherwise. I've seen it, so to speak, in meditation. And, like, it's impossible for all of these amazing megaliths, Pumapunku, Gobekli Tepe, Gozo,
all
the pyramids, Machu Picchu, all this shit.
Like going back to the Aztecs, there's
man.
There's like so much history. These people, that's why they invent the television and all these other devices to like distract you from the real history and the real information that everyone should know, and we don't, because they don't want us to know. They want us to be distracted and watch movies and watch TV and have your show that they say, oh, that's my show. Like, I have to watch it. I have to be glued to the television. So it's
Yeah,
like they have you glued, and then like you're not like learning anything that has happened in the past. Because I always say things that happen in the past will happen in the future.
that's right. History will repeat itself until you
Yeah.
learn to
Yeah.
adjust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it, it people are see all all of this innovation, all of this technology, see, could save us, man. It could literally bring heaven to earth if it was utilized properly. And it's like you got social media, dude. Social media is the most toxic thing to ever exist. Like the guy who was the co-founder of Facebook, there's an interview of him, and he's talking about how it's basically a dopamine rush. Oh, how many likes do I got? How many people like the cheeseburger I made? You know, how many people commented when they took a dump when I did? You know, like
Mm-hmm.
and so like people can communicate now, and we're taking advantage of that. You know, and we can understand all these ancient cultures for the first time in history in just the last few decades, really. You know what I'm saying? There's so much information online that is real once you could pick, you know, check your sources and shit. But it's like we can read all of these ancient texts. We can look at all. I could go on Google fucking, you know, Earth or whatever and look at, you know, skyline of the pyramids or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's like people are. It's easier to communicate. It's easier to reach out to people of different cultures and come to understand each other and find common ground and unite. And people are too worried about fucking Facebook.
Yeah, like me, I cut Facebook, man. I haven't been. I don't know, but my pictures in there. It's my younger pictures, so you know, I'm just a younger me in Facebook. But like, I like something tells me don't go in there. It's nothing but gossip. It's nothing but drama. It's nothing but nosies, and it's just putting yourself out there isn't good.
Parasites, man.
It's not good.
Parasites. Life suckers. Or vampirism. It's psychic vampirism.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And they keep you trapped. It's like a trap.
Like a comment on Facebook could ruin or save someone's day in a flash. One comment.
Mm-hmm. And
one suggestion. You know,
I don't know. I haven't been there so long. I don't even know how the system, how it's changed or anything. I don't know what it looks like, to be honest.
And then they have 900,000 followers or 900,000 views or whatever, but yet they won't go to a fucking and have a picnic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're outside in nature with their phones out.
Yeah, you see, like today I went to the farmer's market, right? And it was real nice. Real nice. And like the food, it was homegrown, like it's from the farmers, and they come and that they sell their stuff. So I ended up buying $12 worth of produce, and let me tell you, I came home with a lot of produce, and and like the produce don't look the same.
Nope,
don't look the same. Like it's so lit. I could show you like the bell pepper. It was like little. Like the onions little. Like I bought enough to what I need to do for cooking wise, but it's like, man, like what's going on to these vegetables? And I believe it's the frequency that's in the air, and these cell phones and all that shit. It's affecting our food too, and are affecting our animals. It's affecting all of us too, because everybody's starting to get cancer and shit out of nowhere. Like literally, I don't know where you got cancer. You got cancer. Yeah, you know what? You got cancer too. I'm like, what the fuck? And then they try to tell us that we're born with cancer. It's just dormant. It's just dormant inside of you. And then when it's ready, it'll just flourish and kill you. Like,
yep, just like the green monkey.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, the air is poison, the water is poison, the food is poison, people's minds are poisoned.
Especially
It's unreal.
like the HIV with the monkey. Like what the fuck?
That's what
Like
they said, man.
like what? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy talk. I don't believe it. I believe it more that bear was the main reason of HIV. Like they were injecting it into people. They were
There you go.
injecting the medicine into the people.
That's exactly what they did. If it had anything to do with a green monkey, then they
No.
took it. They took
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, man. They
It
injected
wasn't that. No one fucked a monkey, and like that's what they say. Like it was some kind of sexual. Like it's mad. And
some bestiality.
yeah, basically, man, more or less.
Man.
Like that's the fucking. And don't even get me started with that shit because it's legal. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Bro,
I think it's in Canada. Canada is legal
bro,
to like
bro, you can do fucking porn, dude.
with animals. That's crazy.
With fucking animals, bro.
That's
Between that and the drag queen story time for little kids,
nah. I
and
don't
the kids
agree
are
with
throwing
that.
money at the drag queens. They're like 6 fucking years old. 3 of them were convicted pedophiles.
Nah, that's
Yeah.
that don't sit well with me, cause like no, it's just I never was fun with the transsexuals or drag queens.
Yeah.
They always scared the shit out of me. They always did. And they always will. Even in the clubs, I was like, no, get away.
I remember back in the day when I used to club a lot. Rick, what it was is it was always it was a rare thing, and it was very much in the shadows. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're doing right now. They're taking everything that's like almost a kink and highlighting it. Like I don't care what anybody does. Like whatever they want to do, whatever makes them happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. But
leave the animals alone, though.
when it becomes like where you're having children take questionnaires when they're 5 years old,
Yeah, I heard of
to
that.
determine their fucking gender.
Yeah.
Like, how does a 5-year-old know about their gender? A 5-year-old is still trying to understand if he should shit his pants or not. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it's trying to learn how to trace with the little bubbles and go around and spell their name.
Yeah.
It's like connecting the dots. And how are you gonna go ahead and throw a question? All right, here. Are you straight? Are you gay? Are you transsexual? Are you like what? Like
There's 16 different genders now.
that's like
Legit.
that's too much for
That's the
me.
literal number. 1-6.
That's too much.
16 different genders. People are called omnisexual now.
It's like
Pansexual. What was it?
I put myself back in kindergarten because I see everything in video. So it comes back to me in video and I see everything. And I remember, doing my name with the dots and stuff. And then I can imagine the teacher coming and then giving me this paper and it says like, check what gender you are.
Yeah.
Like, what? That's crazy. Because,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. When I was going to school in elementary school, they actually had me down as female, believe it or not. And my mom had a hard time changing it. And they gave her a hard time. He's like, listen, he got a dick and balls. You want him to pull down his pants? Like, yeah. And then they like literally it took and then they changed it eventually. But it's like I remember my mom, she went in there and she gave him a good earful. I remember that. And yeah, because it's like, oh, we get these papers and it'll be like F. I'm like, I ain't no fucking F. I ain't no female. I mean, what's going on here? But
It's getting
story.
to the point to where people are even identifying as other races,
Yeah.
different nationalities. Like I could just say I'm Asian. Like
Yeah, man.
I'm an Asian girl. Like, I identify as an Asian girl.
I learned English in the United States, but I am Asian girl. Me like
Yeah.
me like a long time, right? Oh goodness. This world is just really like, man, I don't know.
It's
It's just I
completely
feel like
insane.
I feel like, to be honest with you, like I'm still alive to witness something.
For
Believe
sure.
me, I feel like I have to witness something. That's how I'm living my life.
Obviously, dude, we both should have been dead 10 times over.
Yeah, and I'm like still here. So it's like there's something that I have to see. And like they don't teach you in school like life after death. They don't teach you that. You know, they want to brainwash you to their history and like bullshit history.
Yeah, it's whitewashed, man. They lie about everything. Like,
Yeah, I'm like it's just
nothing in history is real. None of it. It's all bullshit. All of it.
mm,
The only time you can get real history, dude, is if you go back, like in the early 1900s. If
mm,
you, and this is another thing, man. If you look at the way that people spoke back in like the 1900s, dude,
mm-hmm.
they were so in command of language. They
Yep.
spoke so eloquently.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Like
guarantee
detail.
you that was, and they looked happy.
Mm-hmm.
You see pictures, and as soon as the Civil War happened, dude, that was it. After
Yeah.
the Civil War happens, there is no more America. It's now the United States. And people think that's the same thing.
Well,
It isn't.
the federal United States.
Yeah, the United States is a corporation. It was called the Virginia Company. And you can look it up. And it changed itself to the United States. Not
Mm.
the United States of America, just the United States.
United
And
like
the
a
United
union.
States
That's what it is.
is under the British Crown. But then you look into the Civil War, man, and you realize that that was bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even like about there were a handful of people, as usual, uh, that were very racist in the truest sense of the word. Because racism, really, if you really get into it, originates with eugenics. Because eugenics is the belief that certain bloodlines are more pure and
Mm-hmm.
therefore somehow, you know, better. That
Mm-hmm.
was the whole thing. That was the whole thing with the Nazis. You know, that's what they're doing. All those experiments back in the 30s and shit. And they got like twins. They were obsessed with twins. You know, they wanted the long, you know, blonde hair, blue eyed, you know, tall, Nordic, you know, and everybody else was fucking trash, basically. Basically, useless eaters, they called them.
Mm.
So all the other cultures, they just, no, they weren't worth it. Anyone who was sick, nope, they just fucking kill you. You couldn't work for the system, they fucking kill you. Like, and that's where we're heading to. We got this social credit shit going on with
Mm-hmm.
China. You see that?
Yeah,
It's coming here soon, man.
they're putting it to
To a city
test.
near you. Do you
That,
see that shit, dude? It's
mm-hmm.
like basically people fucking vote on who you are as a person. And that determines if you can start a job, start a business,
Mm-hmm.
get married, like everything. Everything. And
They're
all this
like,
shit is stripped away from people and they have no fucking idea in the world. And they hear people like us and they think we're crazy, but it's all in black and white. It's all there.
oh
There were
yeah.
books written in the 60s about this shit. How they were going to slowly erode people's. See, that's the thing, man. Like, if you look into history of, especially how these alphabet soup agencies work,
Mm-hmm.
um, how they really do this shit. And there's actually a really good book written by this Russian guy who was ex-KGB. And he talks about how they infiltrated a culture and broke down their values, ripped them away from their traditions and their culture, and slowly but surely boiled them. You know, like a frog. being put in cold water, and then it slowly, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they showed how they could gradually change people's views of themselves and of reality. And that's what they're doing. All you got to do is go back when we were babies. It wasn't even that long ago. And you see the dramatic, pronounced difference in the way that people saw each other and themselves. There's more divorces than ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got Ashley Madison, which was a setup.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing I am happy about, is that people did get busted. That's the sickest shit I ever heard in my life. Life short, have a stare. Listen, dude, I am the last person in the world to have a commitment. But if somebody does have a fucking real commitment, and they really do have that love, like that's straight demonic, dude.
Yeah,
Life short, have an affair. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, that's so weird.
There's people on Facebook and Instagram and shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, is your wife around? Is your husband around? It's like, what in the fuck? Like, it's because everybody's afraid of everybody. And I've never seen the world so lonely, too, man. Because you got to think, you got all these people, you know, especially ones who are like dying for attention, who are basically performing live like circus fucking animals. Okay? And they got hundreds of followers. Who knows who some of those people could be? You know what I mean? It's like they probably talked to 10 of them, met 2 of them, and it's like, but at the same time, they won't go to a coffee shop and have a talk. They won't go to a picnic. They won't go for a walk. They won't go, you know what I'm saying? They're on a date fucking texting on Twitter or Facebook where they are, you know, what they're eating, instead of enjoying each other's company.
No.
It's mental.
Yeah, that's why I don't do.
And then you tell them, and they're like, "Oh, stop complaining." Like, okay, dude.
Yeah.
You just wait. You really need to look into the true origins and principles of communism, because that's where we're headed. That's where we're headed. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You can imagine if they have like the social credit, and then you're not.
It's coming.
Like, it's just, you're not free anymore.
Bro, people were saying I was crazy when I told them they were going to start microchipping people 15 years ago.
Oh, no, I see that. I see the microchips. I actually see them putting in babies.
Yeah.
Like before they get
started with pets. Oh, keep your pet safe. No. That was just, again, it's those tiptoes. So, because if they said, oh, we're just going to start microchipping people, they're like, what the fuck? No. But they slowly do it. Oh, it's for the pets. Oh, it's for the children. Now they have shit on people. I heard this bitch on CNN talking about, this is my superpower. She can wave her hand and open doors. It's like, dude, then all of a sudden, we don't have money, right? They killed the dollar. Now you got Bitcoin, which is mostly used for fucking trafficking and black markets and pedophilia and all that shit.
I never got that Bitcoin thing. It does to me.
It's fucking evil, dude.
I don't.
Well, the Bitcoin will be connected to your fucking chip. So it's like, it's the mark of the beast, dude.
Yeah, pretty much.
You have Lunacoin, right? Lunacoin literally gives you money for you to give them your DNA. What? Literally. That's the currency. If you're into Lunacoin, you're a lunatic, because
that's just nuts. That's just nuts. That's just like, what? So you're selling your DNA.
Yeah.
It's like when they take the blood out of me. Like, what the hell? They have to take so much blood out of me? Doesn't make any sense. Like, when I stay in the hospital, man, they were injecting me all the time like they were vampires and mosquitoes coming into my room and taking my blood, and then not telling me any results of it. Like,
yeah, right?
I didn't get not one result of my, like, you know, everything was good. Nurses told me, yeah, everything's clean, everything, you know, is good and stuff, but I didn't get no paperwork. that says what test they did or what they did. You know, I don't know if they're extracting my DNA and selling it off.
Rick,
And
do you know about vampire culture? Just like with the cats and the transhumanists and all this shit. Oh,
Mhm.
sorry. I said, my bad. I said transgender. The real fucking thing is what they're really waiting for is transhumanism. People don't have to be human anymore. They can be part machine,
Yeah.
and everybody will love it. Everybody will love it. They'll eat it up. They'll be waiting in line, dude. I'm telling you, they'll be fucking waiting in line. They'll be taking pictures, putting it on Facebook. I was first. It's
Hmm.
gonna happen. It's gonna happen, dude. There'll
That's,
be man, machine, and animal. They're already talking about it, using
oh,
animal
they
DNA.
already have that.
They're
They,
already fucking with eagles and shit. They're like,
every,
oh, well, we could take the properties of different animals and add it to our gene pool. Dude, that shit's in fucking the
yo,
Bible.
did you hear
That's
about
in
the?
Samaria.
Did you hear about the? I just saw this the other day too. How they put the DNA, humans DNA, in with a monkey, and they
Mm-hmm.
they let the monkey like pretty much grow, and then before it started getting a nervous system, they put it down. I'm like, what? And it was a monkey with the human DNA in it.
Rick,
And
there are people that identify
I'm
as vampires.
like, yeah. No,
And they're real vampires. Like, look it up. They are literally vampires. They said they've always been here, but they've been in the shadows. Sounds like some fairy tale shit. But then you look into it, dude, and these people fucking consume blood.
yeah.
They literally drink blood, and they say that it's a medical thing. What?
Yeah. I
It's a medical thing.
even transfusions for me, I find that weird because
What's
remember,
that crazy bitch that Kanye West was with, Kim Kardashian? She
oh,
used to wash herself in baby's blood. She actually admitted it.
oh man.
Yeah, it keeps the queen too. The bitch who finally died, fucking 200 years old.
Yeah, because that goes into your through your pores. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you still absorb that whatever it's on you or from the air, it comes through your skin. You know, even like things that you don't see, like it still penetrates through you and goes, past us. It's like I don't know. It's just weird, like them doing that, and they believe it's supposed to help them, live a longer life or some crazy shit. Like they be eating the placenta. I'm like, what?
Ugh.
Like what?
Yeah.
Like
Well, that gets into the whole Planned Parenthood thing, dude, where they're using fetuses and shit for like trafficking and the
but
black.
back to the Kim Kardashian. She got the placenta and made them into pills and
Mm-hmm.
took them. Like what?
Yeah, I think there's one artist who like made a perfume with her pussy juice or some shit.
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, dude.
That's just
Yeah, and that's literally like a magic spell, dude. Because back in the day, they used that shit, and it wasn't always nefarious. Actually,
mm-hmm.
in fact, if you really want to get to the roots of Easter, Ishtar, okay, or Astaria, is what it really was. The reason why you had the eggs and the bunnies and all that shit supposed to have something to do with Jesus. I don't know how the fuck that works. It had to do with the cycles of the moon and the egg. Well, it's obvious what the egg is. You know, bunnies. Bunnies are fucking like some of the most sexually active animals. Like, so that's what that's about. But what they would do, they're talking about painting eggs. What they would do is they would take menstrual blood and they would put it on the eggs and they would put like an incantation or something like help help bring peace to the village, help make the crops grow, whatever. And they would do like an actual ritual, but it wasn't evil at all. This is way back in the day when we had a
Mm-hmm.
matriarchy before all these crazy fucking religions came to be, and that's what it was about. That's what it was all about. And they flip it like everything else. That was the blood sacrifice that all those evil pagans did. That was the blood sacrifice. They weren't murdering people, just like the Aztecs and the Mayans. They're like, oh, they're barbarians. Yeah? Yeah? Barbarians built those temples? No, motherfucker. The conquistadors were the murderers. Just like the Native Americans. Oh, they were witches. No. Any excuse to fucking murder people, dude. Just like the Inquisition. They're witches.
Mm.
If they sink to the bottom, they're not a witch.
But it's funny.
If they float, they're a witch.
And the
well,
funny
if they're
thing,
dead, I guess it's too late now, huh?
the funny thing about that is too that kings and queens from back in the day, even the pharaohs used like they tarots, like the psychics. They had I know in the pharaohs they had 40s and 50s of psychics, and that's how they determined certain things, you know, and that's how the pharaohs knew certain things. It's because they were getting this information from psychics. And even the kings and queens. And I'm pretty sure this old lady from across the pond, you know, she has her psychics and listens to. Even this country has their psychics because there's a program within the U.S. Army. It's for psychics.
Yeah.
Like they still.
Yeah, but it's not real.
No. I mean, yeah, that's what they said, but no, it's real. they still do it. They say that they don't do it, but they do. There is a division within the alphabet. It starts with a C and it ends with an A. That is for psychics, and that's how I always say. They come knock on my door, you know. Yeah,
well, they have what's called sky spies.
Take care of me. That's all.
They have what's called sky spies, and I know you know because you were in the fucking military.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is that. Like they wanted spies, like we're psychic spies.
Yeah, remote viewing and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they found Saddam Hussein, actually.
And he was
probably the only person they really truly killed. We saw him kill him. But Bin Laden was fucking dead 10 years before 9/11. So, you know, that they didn't kill him. Oh, we can't show his body because of Muslim customs. That's fucking bullshit. It doesn't even exist.
Yeah, that's
it's imaginary. But yeah, dude, like they say that they try to say the pyramids were tombs. The hell they were. They were temples, dude. They would like align with the sun and the stars, and they would go into deep meditation, and like the reverberation in the temple and shit would like help them get into higher states of consciousness. There's like temples in Ireland, Newgrange, like 3,000 years older than Stonehenge. Stonehenge is like a tourist destination. I don't know if you know that. It's basically fraud. There was a real structure, and they fucking replaced it with something else. But in Newgrange, man, there's a temple that it's an astronomical observatory. The whole damn thing is immense. And this huge temple complex, and you go inside it, and there's this little slit there. And at just the right time, on just the right date, you know, once a year, the sun passes through this little crack at exactly, you know, the right trajectory, and it like lights up the whole damn place. Now, how in the fuck did our ancestors 6,000 years ago know that much about astronomy and energy and all that? Like the math you would need, right? Because we're supposed to believe there wasn't even a written. Well, I guess we didn't need this word, but we're supposed to say that there was no math. Yeah, no one who built the Göbekli Tepe 12,000 years ago, they didn't know math. They didn't even have writing. They didn't even have the wheel. We're told. They didn't have the wheel.
That's a joke. That's like the big joke. I want one of these days for them to go into one of these temples like that's hidden in the desert because they covered it up with the sand. Go in there and find a forklift. And then you go inside and you're like, what the fuck? There's a forklift here.
Dude, I want to know what's under the Sphinx, dude. Because the Sphinx is old as shit.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't even think the Sphinx was built by the Egyptians. I think it was built by who was there before them. Even.
Yeah, and they just changed it.
Like, that's some Atlantean shit, for real. Like, they've shown. Like, there's no way it could be as old as they say it is. Way older. Way older. There's, like, perfect right angles. There's, like, advanced geometry. There's mathematical equations in all of these places, man. And they're all aligned with the stars. There's an entire, like, network, basically, of all these ancient sites. And they all line up together. Like, you could go in a straight line. And all of these places match up. Did you also know that from one side of the world, you have, oh my God. What the fuck? Mount Hermon. That's what it was. Mount Hermon. Okay? And Mount Hermon is mentioned in the Bible and a bunch of other texts. And it's supposedly, according to some mythology of the Jews, and really, I doubt it really is the Jews, though, because they stole everything from everybody else. But, like, that's supposedly where the fallen angels land. Now, get this. This is the trippy part. If you go to the exact opposite side of the world, you know what you run into? Same coordinates, just the opposite side of the world. Area 51. No bullshit. And all of these ancient sites are built on the 30th parallel. We didn't even have boats. But they're making all these advanced astronomical and mathematical.
That's what they say. I believe there were events back in the day. There are more than we are today.
It's like I was saying about the early 1900s, man. They were more advanced. So if they were more advanced, then fuck. Like, yes. But yeah, the pyramids were king.
It'll be nice.
There's town one. Oh, it was grave robbers. Yeah,
well, if they really, really wanted to know the information of those pyramids, they could undo those pyramids. There's no mechanical way of doing it, actually, because I don't even think there's any, like machine that could lift any of those, like, stones off the way how, like, even how it was precise and how they did it is just is magical.
Dude, some of these structures are tens, hundreds, even thousands of tons. Every ton is 2,000 pounds. There's literally millions of blocks that are all stacked together perfectly. Some of this shit is so precise because it was done with a laser. Like, there's pictographs and hieroglyphics of fucking spacemen in Abydos and helicopters and shit. Like, we've always had advanced culture. I honestly think it's probably just recently that, you know, things really got bad. I mean, it's always been, you know, fucked up. And truthfully, I'm sure it was never the people that had that freedom. It was always the elite. But it was going on, man. Like, there's no question. Val Camonica in Italy has literally a a bunch of entities that look like they have fucking safety on,
Mm-hmm.
and this is 12,000 years old. It's a petroglyph,
Mm-hmm.
a petroglyph. You know, from our cavemen. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. Like, dude, it, it, you just have to laugh because it's so ridiculous. But that's what it is, man. Like, I swear that's what's going on. Since 9/11, it's just been this slow process of, like, how retarded are people really? It's just like, let's just make it more and more ridiculous and see how far we can go with it. You know? That's, that's what it seems like to me. Let's just mess things up more and more and more and put it in everyone's face and see how long it takes for them to figure it out. So we're destroying them. We're destroying their music. We're destroying their history. We're destroying their culture. We're destroying their minds. We're destroying their bodies. And we're destroying their souls.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we're telling them we're doing it, and it's nothing.
Yeah.
Rome still rules, man. Rome still rules.
Yeah, all roads lead, they lead to Rome, right?
Everything leads to Rome, man. Everything leads to Rome. And the Romans were invaders. They invaded the Etruscan people. And, like, you look at the structures that were before Rome, and you see how much more advanced they were. You know, and everybody was in harmony. And one of the biggest things, man, is the attack on women. They're really the target. So that because the women are you know, for the most part, the nurturers. Maybe not anymore because no one knows who the fuck they are anymore. You know, but back in the day, you know, the men were the hunters. They were the, you know, I'm not saying, obviously I don't believe, but, you know, at one point after the cataclysm, you know what the caves were, Rick? I think we did have caves. But the caves where when the fucking world had a pole shift and everything went to shit and people were like coming out of it, the survivors of it, then we may have been in caves, sure, for protection, but we weren't primitive, you know? And it's madness. But yeah, they attack women, man, because they try to divide men and women. Because it's like we all have a role, and men are becoming more like women are becoming more like men. We already talked about the transgender thing, you know. And like I said, I don't care, but at the same time, it's becoming like a virus. To where being normal is abnormal, and that's the ultimate goal. To make normal abnormal and truth false and darkness light. Like that's it. Just totally flip everything upside down. You know? And the music, man, is one of the biggest catalysts. Because there's nothing of substance in it. Very, very little.
And the frequencies is all different.
They mocked the hippies because they set people in to infiltrate and make, you know, they're basically like crisis actors. You know, they act crazy, you know, and then they make the whole thing look bad. You know, and the hippies were all about fucking overthrowing the system. That's what it was about. So then they killed that off. Then you got the beginnings of hip hop with Public Enemy and shit like that. You know, fight the power, right? Hip hop used to be about fucking being conscious, rising above obstacles, and, you know, talking about life in the streets. It was fucking real. It was street poetry. It was uplifting the mind, using your voice, using the power of your voice and your intention. So it's magic, dude. You know, to uplift the people. So nope, couldn't have that shit. So then you have this invasion of gangster rap, He tries to tell people, nope, that's not the way. They fucking kill him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like you had John Lennon who wanted peace in the world. You know, the Beatles singer. He fucking was fasting and shit, refusing to eat until there was, you know, unity. And kill his ass. JFK, you know, he gets killed by the magic bullet. It somehow hits him in 3 different places from 3 different angles.
I totally believe he was set up.
That's some Matrix shit, dude.
Mm-hmm. The dude had to have like the supreme accuracy from the building supposedly where he shot. I mean, he has to be a marksman, a super sharpshooter, and the weapon that he was shooting was accurate. And for him to have this type of accuracy, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It was set up by the C and the A, the letter in between. You have it. It was all set.
Yeah, Rick, I know what you mean.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you're talking about. Like, and the way that it hit it came from the front, not the back. It's like he went like this. His brain exploded, like, and the magic bullet that went through Kennedy and went through his security person and out through like I'm like, what type of bullet is that? Where's the bullet at? Did anybody test it? Like it doesn't make any sense to me. No, like dude was set.
Yeah, now you got this Mandela effect. They're trying to say there were 6 people in the car.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
that's some trippy shit. That's some trippy shit, man. No. That's one of the craziest Mandela effects. Like, the fuck you mean there was 6 people? The hell there was. Like, there's videos from back in the days. But what's it all really about? Making people not trust their own judgment and their own recollection so that they can be further confused. That's what it is, dude. Like, it's just more distractions, more confusion, more chaos. And they breed it. They perpetuate it. They encourage it. So now all the music is just about, you know, cars, clothes, money, hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's some emo bullshit fucking, you know, so-called rock. I noticed in rock, like nowadays, they don't really play that much instruments. They just like, they don't have like the crazy fire guitar solos anymore, or, you know, there's no fucking passion, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just that's why I just listen to underground shit. But that dude Daylight, bro, is fucking fire, bro. Like, that motherfucker had me thinking. But
yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know what juice they're drinking. But
don't get me that Kool-Aid.
I don't know what Kool-Aid they're drinking. No, not for me, man. That's just, the world is just, it's so weird. And then they only tell us what they want us to know. They don't tell you everything. They just bits and pieces. That's all you get. You still have to stay busy, worry about paying your bills. Make sure you watch that favorite show that you love. You know, it's like,
yeah, it's waiting for you.
Yeah, it's like it's
make sure you check your tweet.
Yeah, it controls you. That
people wake up. People don't wake up in the morning and stretch and get the sun. And the first minute they wake up, they look at the phone.
Yeah, right to the phone. See what messages. See, like, gossip.
No shower. No
like all gossip.
Or they get up, and I've seen this a lot. And this shows you how lonely people are. And it makes me sick to my stomach because it shows that people, even though everybody seems to be so disconnected anymore, it shows that people are dying to connect. Because, I mean, people literally wake up and the first thing they do is go live. And they're like getting dressed and eating breakfast and people are watching and it's like, dude, like,
they even film themselves. They film themselves going to the bathroom. I'm like, what?
It's insecure, dude.
Like, it's like, I don't need to be watching you in the bathroom. Like, people take their phones to the bathroom. Like, if they have to use the restroom, they go and they take their phones with them, and then they get all their gossip while they're in the bathroom. They don't let go of that phone. That phone is just like a chip inside of you. It's just an external chip that you have in your hands, and all those frequencies and stuff that is going to that phone is going in through your body, through your hands. And it's like right here, and people put the phone to their heads and all this craziness. Like, I don't trust that device. It's listening to everything I'm saying too. Like, everything.
My phone is off before I go to sleep.
Even when it's off, they still listen. You're gonna have to and put it in the microwave.
What are you talking about? There were companies, TV companies. Where they were literally putting like fucking cameras and shit in the TV and voice recording like Alexa shit. And that's another thing. Everybody get used to just talking to fucking AI.
Mm-hmm.
You open their doors and fucking pretty soon will be making their food and fucking their dick too. Like,
but they don't understand that, like,
Rick, people are getting married to robots.
Yeah, I know. That's
literally
are crazy. I know. I've seen those crazy like things. Like, one of them has already. She's. I think she's already what? She's that one looking crazy robot that has like there's like plastic back here, and then her lips moves and she's talking, and like, that's weird. I think she's some an ambassador or something, or she's like she's been given like a
Sophie, Saudi Arabia.
Like their like residency or something or some kind of thing they gave her, that like, I don't understand it. Like, that's a robot, like, and people are wanting them, and there's companies that are actually making these things and selling them as replacements. Like, it's so like iRobot. Like the movie iRobot.
Well, those movies are telling you something. That's what they're preparing, dude.
Yeah, it's like
you know the Matrix, how they were growing people in tubes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're already talking about it.
Yeah.
What they're trying, you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to get rid of sex.
Yeah.
They're trying to get rid of natural. You don't have to have sex anymore. You don't have to have a gender anymore. You can just grow your fucking child and you can choose what color they are, what eyes their color, you know.
Yeah, the hairstyle.
Like the Sims.
Yeah, you can custom,
Sims, dude.
Custom, like a custom baby.
Yeah.
It's a
Build a fucking bear. Build a bear workshop. Like,
yeah, I know, right? Like, build your kid. And then you get certain genes, if you want to put it, they can make sure that you don't have cancer. They can make sure that you don't get like these crazy diseases. They could modify your genes and then create whatever, it gets created. And it's just like, I don't know. That sounds too creepy for me. It's like if we're talking about it, they already done it.
Oh, yeah.
And they're doing it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that monkey situation that I told you that they put the human DNA into it, nowhere in the world would have done it. The only country that accepted it and did it is China. That was done in China. And you don't think they continue doing that or doing other things? Like come on. Like, nobody knows what's going on over there. Nobody's like they could do anything they want over there. And then we're over here thinking, yeah, we're free, we're the brave, and we're free, and yes, God bless America, and us, and this and that. But then you don't look at the crazy shit that's happening behind you. Like you,
Yeah, God bless America. How about God bless the fucking Native Americans that were
I
slaughtered?
know the one that was slaughtered, and they took this country from, like literally.
Rick,
Oh,
100 million.
that's crazy.
Like that's the biggest. I'm pretty sure, man. That is the biggest uh, massacre ever. That's a fucking genocide.
That's
Like
a
how many real Native Americans are there?
that was
Really?
like that was the plague.
And
So,
what do? They give them fucking casinos. They take them from their fucking culture, tell them it's evil, and then give them casinos. What the fuck, dude?
no, no.
Dude, I'm relating to fucking Chief Running Water.
Mm.
For real.
And then
And
about the HIV with the monkeys and shit. As
yeah, bro.
yeah, no, Bear was
Well, Rick, think about this. All the fucking flus and shit, you know,
yeah,
like that were coming out. Bird flu, dog flu,
yeah,
monkey flu,
mad
you know,
cows.
mad cow disease. It's all bullshit, dude.
Now the mosquitoes with the West Nile and other
Yeah.
diseases now that they're just discovering, which there's over I think 25, I think it's 2,500 different species of mosquitoes in the world, and they're only
I
talking
fucking hate mosquitoes. I
one.
hate mosquitoes.
Yeah,
I don't mind insects, but for the most part, but I fucking hate mosquitoes.
yeah. Where I live, we don't have
I
like
hate wasps
have
too.
yeah we
Wasps will
have
kill your ass.
yeah
I'm allergic to wasps, dude. That'll fucking kill me.
yeah we
Like,
have mosquitoes out here, but it's not everywhere. It's like in certain places, like in the wooded area. Like out here where I live and stuff, nah, there's hasn't I never encountered a mosquito out here in my this area where I live. But they're out there though. I'm pretty sure they are. And I'm sure and I know that a lot of them were like in-house grown and released. And they were released with diseases and different things to see how effective a mosquito can be on the human race. And that's when they had that craziness with the babies coming with like half their heads and stuff, and like pregnant ladies getting like stung by mosquito, and all of a sudden their kid comes out like with half a head, all collapsed like cranial. That's crazy. And I believe that all those are kind of like biological weapons that they're using, and I think they were just testing it on the public to make sure it does what it does, what it needs to do.
do you remember that big Montauk monster bullshit they were trying to fucking pull?
Oh
They're
Lord.
like, you don't know where this shit came from. Yeah, guess what? I know exactly where it came from. It's called genetic manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
They, their experiment got out of the laboratory. That's what happened.
Yeah, I'm trying to
But
remember
that's
the
not.
name of that
But
laboratory.
that's
It's
not
on the
something
line.
that. But that's not something that happens sometimes. That
Mm.
shit's happening all the time under the radar,
Oh, that's every day.
and that's what they're doing. Yeah, they're probably doing it right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's every day around the world, every day. And it's crazy. And you know it's funny that I'm trying to look for that island on my phone, and it's just a triangle. It's just a triangle on the. It's you can't even find the island anymore. They don't they wiped it out of the off of off of like the maps because it's not here.
Mhm.
I see the Montauk, but I don't see the island where they did the experiments at. Where the hell is it? It's not. You won't
It's
find
up.
it on your phones anymore. They took it out. They don't. They don't. You won't find it.
I bet you they did nuclear testing there.
Yeah, they're doing testing. They're doing testing.
No,
Yeah, they are. They still, and other
they,
places
they
too. It's not only there. There's a lot of places, a lot, and it's right under our nose.
Yeah, you know what one of them is, and this is going to sound totally ridiculous. Bikini Bottom is based on, you know, SpongeBob.
Yep.
Bikini Bottom is actually based on an island called Bikini Atoll.
Yeah, that's where
And
they
it was
did the
a
test.
radiation.
Yeah,
It was a radiation site, and there were mutations.
yeah, they were dropping bombs there and testing out, the atomic bombs, and there was a ton of radiation on the island.
But look what they did to Japan, dude.
There's,
Holy shit!
there's another thing that happened that people don't talk about. It happened in Russia where there's a plant out there, a nuclear plant that exploded, and it's
Yeah,
100 times worse than Fukushima. But you won't find it in the news. You won't find it in the mainstream. But it's out there. Like there was an explosion in Russia, and it's 100 times. Okay, this is just crazy. 100 times Fukushima and freaking Chernobyl together.
Chernobyl was crazy. Yeah.
Together, like what? That's that's nuts, and it's not being reported.
You know another thing that's way under the radar is the shit going on in Venezuela.
Oh man, yo, yeah.
There's a lot going down in Venezuela.
Oh yeah, there's a hush hush now, but that down there is it's yeah, yeah.
And you notice it's always these island countries. And
Mhm.
guess what? Those island countries are the ones in touch with fucking nature.
Mhm.
The Japanese have a shamanic tradition that goes back thousands of years that until recently they had. Just like China. China was the same for 5,000 years. Then
Mhm.
all of a sudden it's America.
Mhm.
India, same thing,
Yeah.
you know. But Japan, dude, Japan is fucking attacked left and right. It's the only country who's ever got an atom bomb twice. Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Why?
Mhm.
Because Japan is not down with the New World Order. That's why.
And they
They
send
ain't part
us,
of the fucking. They're not part of that shit.
and what they do is they send those electric pulses to the
I
area.
tell you what, dude. I have a
They have
lot of fucking
earthquakes.
respect. I have a lot of fucking respect for the Japanese, dude. You don't
Yeah.
believe the stereotypes and the bullshit, and you look into their culture, dude.
Mhm.
They were fucking warriors, man. And I got news for you too. There were multiple cultures in Japan. I've seen samurais with fucking red hair. Just like there's mummies with red hair.
Yep.
Just like there's Egyptians in Ireland. Why? Because everybody was fucking communicating.
Yep. And now they broke
They
us
don't
off.
want people to know that.
Now they broke
They
us
don't
off
want people to know that.
into districts like the Hunger Games. You know, everyone has their district.
That's another one. Yeah, that's the plan, dude. The Hunger Games is the goal.
Yeah.
That's like the end, you know, the end game. That's what they want. The Purge.
Mm-hmm. The Great Purge.
Remember all the crazy clowns that came out of nowhere for a
Mm.
little while? They
Yeah.
kind of like came out of nowhere and then they disappeared.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I
But that
remember.
was just totally organic. No one like with in the CI don't believe that story. I think something else is going on with that. And they sent agents, dude. That's what they are. They're agents. Just like you go and you look at like these crisis actors shit in like the Middle East and you find out they're fucking British agents. They're not even Middle Eastern. They're fucking British agents, dude. They're British and American. Right?
Yeah.
You go into Africa and they're like, oh, the Africans didn't have any culture, so that's why we brought them here. And, blah, 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 blah. We gave them civilization. They should be happy. And it's like, dude, now fucking Africa is like, oh, apartheid and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so people talk about ghettos here.
Lord, yeah, and the thing is, they don't.
Go overseas, man. Go to Africa. Go to the dark parts of Europe, man. Like, go to Central America. Like, no, America is fucking a joke compared to some of these places, dude.
Yeah.
Even Jamaica. where Bob Marley was, yo.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one. That's one of my fucking heroes, dude. I got a picture of him signed on my wall right now. If I can get this to work. Okay. Yeah. I have like one of my idol stuff. Cause he's another one, man. He tried to tell people like hatred and racism and all that is a fucking disease of the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Could there be love? Could it be love? You know, like it was too much of a high vibration.
Yep.
I'm home now, so I'm walking around.
And that's what they put an end to that. It's like, cut.
Yeah, he died of cancer too.
Yeah, that's what I mean by like cut it, like cut him. Too many people are listening to him. You know,
Prince,
that's another one.
Michael Jackson,
another one. Huh. It's all. And the thing is that it's like, it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because either way, you're shit out of luck.
Prince was literally a genius. That dude played like 40 instruments.
Yeah.
And Prince was like, in my eyes, dude, Prince was like the ultimate pimp. That nigga's fucking wearing purple, fucking like 5 foot, dude. But he had the fucking most fire fucking classy clothes, dude. He's all chill. He fucking Prince the shit, dude. I watched like interviews that he did back in the day, man. He was on some real shit. He wasn't just talking about music. He was talking about shit we're talking about, actually. Yep. He was talking about how he noticed people were going crazy. This is like shortly before he died, too. He noticed that people were going crazy in his neighborhood. Like, after, he's talking about, like, the chemtrails and more. Like, everyone's mad all of a sudden. Everybody's unhappy all of a sudden. All of a sudden, there's all this conflict that wasn't there before. He's like, I don't understand it, you know? And they had this long interview about it. Just like Dave Chappelle was trying to call out the fucking Hollywood. You know?
They did something to him, though. I still think they did something.
The fact that he's working with Netflix now, something happened. Because he knows better, dude. That's why he left to Africa. And then they tried to say he was on drugs and he was crazy and all this shit. Like they always do. Just like Michael Jackson's a pedophile.
Yeah, they blackballed.
If you believe that, man, you're fucking lost. Yeah. If you believe that Michael Jackson was a pedophile, you're lost.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. I saw that fucking file, dude.
I always thought it was a setup.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Because Michael Jackson, before he died, dude, he had just acquired half of Sony Entertainment. The whole fucking, he bought the whole half of it, and his contract was actually over.
Yeah.
He only had one more album to make, and he was a free agent. Well, they said, you're not looking for us anymore. You're not allowed to live anymore. And then you find out he was molested and shit, Michael Jackson, himself, when he was a kid. And that's fucking common knowledge. That's not even hidden. You know, his father and whatever else. There was a really good documentary like in the 90s about it. About the whole Jackson family, dude. Like, yeah. Yeah.
It's wild. It's just wild. I see everything. I'm like, it's just so.
He came out with that song, They Don't Care About You.
Yeah,
they don't really care about you.
No, they don't care about us.
Fuck, even Eminem was starting to get on some conscious shit for a little bit.
Yeah.
He did this song called "We As Americans," dude. It's under the radar,
Mm-hmm.
and he talks about like martial law and like how there's going to come a time where you're going to call the police and no one's going to be there, and
Mm-hmm.
just basically like complete chaos. But it's a deep song, dude. Like I'm not going to sit and rap it. I can because I know it well, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like look at the words of that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and then Eminem, what happens to him? He goes into he starts having all these fucking they definitely got to him again. It
Mm-hmm.
got to him, and then he broke out, and it got to him again.
Yeah.
It's like, but he's clever, dude. I think he's playing both sides personally.
Mm-hmm.
But like, people don't realize all of that album, Recovery, wasn't just about his addiction. It was about the industry, the whole damn thing. That's why he did that song 25 to Life,
Mm-hmm.
comparing it to a sentence, being stuck.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's like, there's an intruder in my house, because it starts with like singing. He cut the phone line and dial out. I scream
You
for
know,
police,
you,
but I shout.
you know
They're
what?
gonna hear me when I shout.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who he did a song with? Who also is gone? Prodigy.
You,
Remember him?
yeah. Yeah, I remember him.
He was real too.
Mhm. And you know, too, like how I back to these British people. You know, first it was Paul McCartney when he died, and then they replaced him with
Mm-hmm.
this Paul that's supposedly McCartney, but he's not the real Paul McCartney. He is a singer, but he was not a Beatle, and he just took over as Paul. But he Paul was dead. Paul died in an accident, and the only
It,
reason
it,
why,
it's in a it's in a subliminal message and
yeah,
on the White Album.
yeah, he died. He died in an accident, and they just replaced him with almost identical look-alike. And yeah, and they ran with it. And then also Princess Diana, another one. You know, she knew a lot,
Oh
and
yeah.
they just wiped her
She
off.
said she was gonna get killed too.
Yep, yep,
She
and
said it in her own words.
yep. I wouldn't be
Oh,
surprised if she was already killed before they even crashed the car.
you remember Martin, the comedian?
Yeah, Martin Lawrence.
Another one. Where'd he go?
Yeah, they just. I know that he's supposed to be
He
filming
used to
another
talk some
movie.
real shit too.
Yeah, he's supposed to be filming another movie, another one of these Bad Boys movies. Um, with
Are you serious? He knows better.
yeah, I think I think that's on production. Um, this not gonna come out for a while, but I could feel like that's under production. Um, I don't know. It's just this world is so uncertain. It's just like I'm just waiting for my time when it's my time to go and go to
You
the
see what
higher
they did to
power.
Britney Spears?
Yeah,
You see what they did to Britney Spears, dude?
yeah, no, Brittany is that girl. Oh boy,
They fucked her all up.
not only her, but even before Brittany, it was Sinead O'Connor. That's another
Yes.
one.
hmm
And the only reason why they haven't gotten to her because she's Canadian.
Remember Erica Badu?
Mm,
Where'd she go?
disappeared.
I'm just saying, man. It wouldn't be anything. I would just let it all
Even
go. If
even
somebody who was talking shit would
yeah,
have disappeared too, who was
even
saying something that was destructive, but it's always the people who want peace. It's always
even
the people who want to bring shit together.
even Left Eye from TLC, and she was a
Yeah,
real realist.
and Aaliyah.
Leah's another one, and it's
Yeah,
just
Left Eye.
yeah.
There you go.
Hmm.
hmm Yeah, Aaliyah died in a plane
plane
actually.
crash. Yeah, she was supposed to land by the airport where I used to live in East Hialeah in South Florida. She was supposed to land in the Opelika airport. I lived less than 5 minutes from that airport, like literally down the road from that airport, and she never made it. They did her in, and left eye, same, pretty much same way. Talking too much, and I think it was in Honduras when she died, and she was doing charity work out there.
Lauren Hill.
Yeah. Well, that's another one, and they try to silence her too. Oh man, it's just like they want people to live their lives, but under in a controlled state. You know what I mean? You think that you're free, but you're not free. You're not free. This country is not free. Maybe home of the brave. Okay, you can keep that one, but this country is not free at all.
Nah.
Go
And
tell the
pretty
cop.
soon we're not.
Go tell the cop to fuck himself, and you see how free you're gonna be.
Yeah. Oh, I know because I've done it.
And it's like this is a controlled. It's the United States of under control. There's no America. Come on, man.
No, man, America died in the Civil War.
This is like it's more like unions instead of the United States of America. It's like the United Union States in America. It's all
a fucking corporation.
Every state is their own union. It's their own.
No countries don't have presidents and vice presidents. Corporations do.
No countries have like states that have their own rules, and every state is different rules. Like it's supposed to be one rule for all, not like okay, here you can't have an open container or a drink, but then if you go to another state, like you could be intoxicated and be in public and they can't do nothing to you. I think that's like in Missouri. You could have an open, you can drink and then be out in public and you will not get arrested for being public intoxication. But you do that shit here in Connecticut, your ass is going to jail. And it's like
no questions.
Yeah, no questions asked. And if they believe that you're under the influence, you're going to jail. It's not even tested if you're drunk. It's if they believe you're.
Well, I had a Tums for my stomach in a medicine bottle, and they were trying to lock me up. You're saying it was drugs.
Crazy.
No bullshit. Yeah.
It's just a controlled state. We live in the controlled state in America. These are all our states here is under a control program, and stay in line. You're part of the cattle. You're part of the herd. Eat this, watch this, worry about this. Do this, always trying to get you to do something. And
eat, work, consume, die.
Yeah. And then once you're done doing what they want you to do and you just end up dead, and they just keep on going with the next, because people keep having kids, and these kids are they're slaves. They're they're kids, but in reality, when they get older, they're still slaves.
Yeah, but their parents are kids too mentally. That's the problem.
Everyone's
they don't fucking take care of their kids.
Yeah, we're all.
Their 3-year-old has an iPhone already.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've noticed that too. They're watching cartoons on the phone, and then they cry because they don't have the phone.
Yeah, and then they have these pedophile cartoons.
Yeah.
On YouTube. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Millions of views. And you can see the comments, people talking in code and shit. Totally sick. And YouTube doesn't seem to care about it.
That's crazy. They're the problem.
Dude, but it's not even just in regular YouTube. It's in kids YouTube. There's a program for kids YouTube. And in kids YouTube is where they have the suggestions. Oh, here's Elsa fucking Spider-Man.
That's crazy.
Like, literally.
That's
For
crazy.
fucking 3-year-olds.
Yeah. That's nuts. That's just.
Bro, I would fucking gut every one of those motherfuckers. For real.
I just think like that.
I know so many people that were abused, dude. That I fucking go out. I'll go out in a shoot a blaze of glory for that shit, dude. Like that's one thing that if I can do something about it, if it's in my vicinity, dude, like I just know, dude, you don't fuck with children, bro.
Yeah.
My friends, girlfriends, family, all fucking molested. I lost the love of my life because of a pedophile. Wanted my girlfriend, his fucking daughter for himself. So I get sliced the fuck up. Sliced up. I was left for fucking dead. 3 people, man. Ambushed me.
That's nuts.
She cried. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, between all the shit we've been through, I'm sitting there bleeding to death. I've been stabbed. I've been shot at. You've had more medical problems than any human should in 10 lifetimes. You know, it's like, we're fucking here for a reason, bro.
Yeah.
There's no question about it.
I feel like I have to be a witness to something. That's how I feel. Like I'm here for a reason, right? But I'm here to be a witness to something because I'm supposed to see it, and then I'm pretty much supposed to report it once I get to the next source. And that's how I see it. I see it as like the next source because I can't claim where I'm going after you died. We don't know. Nobody don't know, you know, and it's you go to source, you go to the power, your energy. So it's like that's why like energy is everywhere, you know, and it's weird how the governments now are trying to control it with all this 5G and all this 6G that's going to be coming out and 7G, and you know it's like, you know, it's just I don't know. I think once it gets to like the 6G, that's gonna be like it's just gonna be insane. Like you're not gonna be able to walk outside without even being monitored because everyone's gonna be under monitoration. They're gonna be able to read your body heat. They're gonna be reading, like they can see where you're at and what you're doing at all times.
Yep, eye in the sky. That's what it's called.
Even in your home with the Wi-Fi, they'll know if you're having sex. They'll know if you're playing with yourself. They'll know everything. They're gonna know everything.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna watch, I'll give them a show.
Well, they're gonna have to pay me.
I was talking to my ex one day, dude, about all that shit, about watching and stuff.
It's just crazy.
And I'm like, baby, they could be watching us. Right now.
Because they could be watching you from the television.
We cracked up about it.
Yeah, they could be watching from your television. They could be watching from your laptop, your tablet, even if you have your phone off and you have it covered, it can still listen. And it's like you gotta like it's you're 24 hours monitored by your devices. This is 24-hour like surveillance on you. You have a phone, you're under surveillance 24 hours. And you think if you could delete something and it's deleted, it's not. It goes into a hard drive where they save all this information. Every letter you punch into your phone is recorded. Every sentence, every word, everything that you say is under like and is being recorded, it's being saved.
Well, you know that Facebook was funded by that CA, like it was actually funded. People don't know it's a fact.
Yeah, I believe
There's nothing to think about. It's there, and it's like that's what that all is.
Jobs, same thing with him.
And how many people are on Facebook and Twitter and all that shit, and they give them their name, their address, their phone number, their zip size,
and their credit card.
Yeah, their blood type. Like it's all there, dude.
No.
That's what that is. It's to gather information. They don't give a fuck if people connect or not.
No.
What is it? What's his name said? That lunatic. He doesn't have a fucking soul. Did you ever see that guy? He has like no pupils. He looks like he's a fucking alien. Mark Zuckerberg.
Mm-hmm.
But he did a interview, dude, and he was talking about this. This is privacy is obsolete. That's what this motherfucker said. He said privacy is obsolete. It's a thing of the past.
I believe
we
it.
We don't need it anymore. Like, what?
No.
So they're telling you right there, dude.
No.
We are watching you.
No.
We are taking all of your information, so please keep giving it to us. Because you don't fucking think for yourself, you dumb fucking sheep.
Yeah.
Like, just give them all your information, tell them where you are, tell them where you live.
Mm-hmm.
You know, tell them where your kids are. Did you see that shit? There was
yeah, they track your kids.
Dude, there was somebody, kid fucking was abducted and raped and murdered because some dumbass put they were coming in to pick up their kid and they put a picture up and they were like half naked and they're like kindergarten or some shit, first grade, whatever. And they're like, oh, this is the school, this is the time they get off. So some fucking pedophile went and picked them up. Nowhere to be seen. Gone. Gone in 60 seconds. Like a car. Like.
That's just sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lady who fucking murdered her daughter or some shit, like 3 years old, because she was crying while she was watching TV. She decapitated her. Her child. She decapitated her.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's another one who put their kid in an oven.
Yeah, they be
like, dude,
and stuff, and yeah, they like cook their.
That's mind control, dude.
Yeah.
That's not just somebody waking up one day and getting in a bad mood and decided they're gonna murder their child.
Yeah.
Like, that's conditioning. It's like, remember Casey Anthony?
Sounds familiar.
I know you remember Casey Anthony, bro. Is Orlando? I've met her.
Yeah, that's all her daughter that she
at UFC.
But you remember about this one kid? I think it was in South
Florida. You know who I think killed Kaylee?
Mm.
Who killed the fucking father, dude? This motherfucker was a detective at one point.
There's this other one.
But then all of a sudden he couldn't get a job anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who better to hide the evidence?
Yeah, there was this other one that was more severe, which was Jimmy Rice. You remember Jimmy Rice?
Oh,
yeah. And they supposedly this guy chopped them up in pieces and put them in jars.
Yep.
Like, I always thought something was weird about that, Jimmy Rice.
Dude, all those people are planned to make people think that the world, that the average person is that fucking insane. No, that shit is coordinated, just like Charles Manson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Charles Manson recently died. Realistically, dude, this is going to sound really insane. But if you listen to what Charles Manson was talking about, he's not crazy. Far from it. So I think Charles Manson was a fall guy. Because guess what? You look into a lot of these, I think it was a ritual. You look into like Sharon Tate and all these people,
mm-hmm.
dude, they were all Hollywood. They were literally actors and actresses.
Mm-hmm.
All those people, that whole thing, dude, was to destroy the hippie movement. That's what it was about. Haight Ashbury, all these people in the same place at the same time, just all happened to gather together. The Mamas and the Papas, you know what I'm saying? Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, all that. Jimi Hendrix is another one. The list is endless, man. Mm-hmm. Jimi Hendrix was on some shit. Like, and then he dies. What was it? Bruce Lee died from a curse. And then his brother dies in a movie because someone shot him by accident.
Yep, I remember that. It's just
Bruce Lee was taking martial arts that had been kept secret for thousands of years and bringing it out to the public.
No.
Literally ancient Chinese secret. And they don't even get me started with China.
That's another show.
Yeah, it is.
There's 222 over here right now. And
Yeah.
you know where you're at too, but it's like I think I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna make myself something to eat.
I'm going to the fridge right now, actually.
Oh, funny! Look at that. I was like, dude, I'm gonna wrap it up because I want to go make myself a sandwich, and uh, and I'm supposed to go to the park and take some pictures out there. So
I'm marinating this chicken. Make these wings up.
that's what's up.
It's gonna be fucking fire, dude. Hell yeah. I got fucking ghost chili sauce.
Oh Lord.
And I got like, but I mixed it with this like real sweet shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah. Actually,
with the Parmesan.
Yeah.
Oh. And garlic. It's on.
I'm actually gonna make something really good because I bought a lot of good produce from the farmers market. So I'm like, I'm ready to hit that kitchen. I'm looking right at it. I'm going right over there. As soon as I'm done here, I'm just gonna make myself something delicious, something to eat. You know, everyone should eat something good. You know, especially Saturday. You know, make yourself something nothing too crazy, but something like good. You know, that you can enjoy.
Yeah, real food.
Yeah, real food. But I'm gonna let you be, Doc. I'm gonna let you go. Then
all right, bro.
I'll hit you up again and stuff. We'll do this again.
Yeah, man, for sure.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Be easy.
All right. Bye.
Peace.
And that's Open Talk with Mr. Doc Illusions on my mind over your matter. Again, my name is Rick, and hope you enjoyed the Open Talk. It's just how we do it nowadays, and that's how I'm going to do this show for a few, you know, for at least until I get to September and see how I am before I start doing the live shows. I'm going to be focusing on still on my health, getting my therapy, going through what I got to get through in order to get myself to a better place. And I like doing open talk because you can talk about anything. We talk about anything, doesn't matter. You know, I like to listen and I like to talk. And I hope everyone enjoyed the show. It's just improv. That's how it is. It's just record and go and just talk. And it's interesting, and hopefully we'll talk more topics in the future. That was Doc Talk. That's always say that his show is going to be called Doc Talk. Doc Talk. That's so cool. But yeah, I'm hungry myself. I'm actually going to get off this thing, and I hope everyone has a good weekend and a good time watching the show. I hope it was fulfilling. There's still more things to talk about. We just touched a little bit of the surface, but there's going to be more shows like this coming on my show. So remember, if you're not subscribed, you can subscribe. It's up to you. I'm not pushing everybody, you know, to subscribe, but it's helpful if you do. And also, don't forget to turn on that notification bell, because once the notification comes on, then you know that I have a video up. You can watch it as soon as it gets posted. And I'm going to be posting videos like this, you know, not every day, but it's going to be sporadic that I'm going to be posting up. And it's pretty cool because this is open talk with different individuals, and we're just going to talk about things and put it up and for you guys to listen and hear for yourselves. So with that said, it's my mind of your matter. My name is Rick. Thank you very much for listening and watching. I hope to have you come back again. And let's do this. If you want to be a part of the show too, all you got to do is go to zoom.us. download Zoom for free. It's for free for all devices. If you have an Android phone, you could download it from Google Play. If you have an Apple phone, you could download it from your Apple Store. It's free program. You could also interact with me. That's the program that I use to produce. And this is how I always been doing it, and it's through Zoom. Don't forget, zoom.us. If you're using your laptop or computer, tablets, cell phones, go to the Play Store and you could download Zoom for free. So with that said, it's been my mind over your matter, and have a good day.